So it's a very exciting week. This is Mastermind Week for me. So I run two different mastermind groups, and I'm going to be meeting with them, both of them, this week. It's going to be very, very exciting. We had a couple years there with the pandemic where we had to go to in virtual meetings. And then last year we started dipping our toe into hybrid meetings. And these meetings will be almost 100% in person. We'll have just a few people that still can't make it here. It's going to be so great to be with everyone. And these groups are they're so near and dear to my heart that I've been running. Well, one of them, this will be our 35th time meeting. So we've been together. This is our 12th year we've been together. And the level of connection and relationship that you can build over that length of time is unbelievable. And we've all grown so much. When I think about who I was 12 years ago, back in 2010 when we started this group, I'm a very different person. My business is very, very different. And it's the same for the people in the group. But what is common is these are groups of huge people with huge hearts and big brains and great businesses who show up and support each other, because being an entrepreneur can be a lonely game. And as you grow your businesses, and the people in these masterminds all have businesses doing hundreds of thousands of dollars at the very, very low end, to millions, to tens of millions, to some of them over $100 million in their business and sales per year. So these are people that have built serious presences out in the world, and to be able to come in and meet with like-minded people who understand them and where they're at in their life and their challenges and their opportunities. And make no mistake, I don't care how big your business is, you're always going to have challenges. In fact, it seems like the challenges get a little stickier or certainly more complex the larger your business grows. So to be able to get together with like-minded people who are showing up, yes, they're absolutely showing up to grow their business, but they're there in a spirit of cooperation. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be in a mastermind like this, or at least in my mastermind, because there's a very stringent selection process to get into these masterminds that we go through to make sure we have the right people in the room. But when you're in a room like this with the right people, it is so powerful, so incredibly powerful, not only for getting the strategies and the tactics to grow your business, but also how to grow your life, not grow your life in consumption, but grow your life in all the right ways, how to grow your relationships, and how to grow your health, and how to grow your spiritual and your psychological well-being. That's what it's all about. That is what these masterminds are all about. And if you're not in a mastermind, like for me, the first one I got in was right at the very, very beginning of my business. And I got in a mastermind. I was in that for many years. A few years later, I got in a second one that was smaller, that was a little more intentional, was in that one for many, many years. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those masterminds. And I found myself continuing to outgrow those masterminds. And that's why I decided to create my own perfect mastermind. And that's what these groups are, is like I sat down and said, what's the group that I need around me? What's the support system I need around me? And then I created what for me is the perfect mastermind. And it turned out to be the perfect mastermind for an awful lot of people that joined it, because many of them have been in it for 5, 6, 7, 8, some of them now in their 12th year. So I'm just excited. It's going to be, like I said, we're going to be together, almost the entire group, for the first time since COVID. So that's exciting. It's always so much fun. There's so many laughs. There's so much camaraderie. And so I'm excited about it, but I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for focusing on continually being in these types of groups. Because trying to grow your business out there in the world is, well, it's a lonely endeavor, or it can be a lonely endeavor. So absolutely get yourself in a mastermind. Mine they're paid masterminds. They cost a lot of money to be in the room, but there you could be. There's a lot of different masterminds you can be in, and you can't be in mine right now because they're completely full. There's no room, but there are plenty of masterminds that you can get in, and some of them are paid. Some of them are just peers doing it for free. There is no cost involved. There's pluses and minuses, but don't try to do this alone. Get support. Find yourself a mastermind, because I can't tell you how incredibly powerful they are. So I'm Jeff Walker, wherever you're watching this. Scroll down, leave a comment for me, and let's go get them this week.